Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. I'm gonna go back to work. Last week having some extra time off. Really made it hard to get moving today, but had a good workout at the gym today, and on to my shave. And the fat is here. That's right, Mitchell's Wool Fat. Got the ceramic container. I had to do it. I regretted not getting the tobacco container, so with the fat, I figured I'd get it. Comes in a nice little box. Good presentation all around. Puck is soaking right now. I'm going to use that Bloom water on my face. Let me fill my bowl. Kind of forgot about that part. I wanted a nice mild shave today. I didn't really want to go anything too crazy. Nothing super aggressive, but I wanted to use one of my SEs, so my G-bar will be a third shave on this blade. Using my, of course, Nathan Clark Desert Sunset brush, 30mm MD White Knot. And to finish it off, I'm going to use the La Tierra Mojada again. It's really nice, fresh smell. The fat's kind of a very neutral type scent, so I figure go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the Bloom water on my hand. Hydrate my face a little bit with it. And I'm going to squeeze off my brush. It was recommended that I load it kind of a drier brush. So I wrung off a good amount. Yeah, just a very fresh, clean, no, I won't call it a scentless because there is obviously a scent to anything, but it just smells like a clean soap. You know, it doesn't have anything really, no special smell. What I've always heard is just it's got an amazing post-shave feel. I've seen different opinions on slickness, but I've also been told by many people and seen it said a lot that a lot of it depends too on just getting to know the soap. That spending, you know, multiple times with it, you get to learn just the right ratios. It's a little more finicky supposedly, so it could just be not dialing it in right. I did a small test lather with it last night, no shave with it, just feeling it out. It seemed to perform pretty good. Of course, I wasn't using a razor on my face at all. Yep, it's very fresh and clean. I call that a good load. I didn't use the Bloom water last night, so it's a little different. It seemed to handle a good amount of water last night as well too, so. And I have extremely hard water, for those that don't know, so that plays into all lathers. I'll probably spend a good number of days with this, not in a row, but probably try to make this a weekly soap until I dial it in. Because I've been told the rewards of perfecting this soap are well worth it. So they're worth the extra, for lack of a better phrase, hassle, I guess you could say, according to some. Tons of lather there. Obviously, this is my first impression of it. Since it is known to be a finicky one, I won't make any kind of end-all be-all judgments on it. do think I could have probably put some more water in there, but we'll get that on the second pass. Probably should have taken a little more water out of my brush to load. It's deceptive how much water is held in a 30mm knot. I think with such a big nose, it'd be hard to make it slip off your finger. All right, first pass down, no issues at all. Oh, this is a very legendary type soap. There's a very clean scent. I really won't talk much about the scent because there's really not much to say about it. Get an idea of the lather. A couple big bubbles in there, but not too bad. Overall, I'm pretty pleased for my first run with a, it's known as being a finicky soap. Plenty slick. Oh yeah. Definitely feels like it's gliding a little bit better this pass. First pass wasn't bad, but just seems like got the water ratio a little bit better. And I'm really starting to appreciate the whole concept of face feel. I'll explain that in a second. Some of these soaps that I've been using lately, some of these newer ones for me, have had a really good post-shave feel to them. And I never really cared too much about that. It's not a major thing with me, but I'm starting to notice it more. I'm in no position to critique any of my soaps yet for that, I don't think, comparatively. To say one is better than the other yet. But what I've noticed is just with like the Jaban Man, I know I'm totally probably butchering that pronunciation too. My cheeks felt super smooth, and then like use a different soap, you know, a day or two later with the same brand of aftershave, because I think the aftershave obviously plays a huge part. But so when you're using the same brand of aftershave or the same aftershave and your face feels different afterwards, it kind of confirms that there is a difference in the way soaps feel and hydrate your face at the end, that kind of stuff. So kind of going back on a little bit of what I said in the past, that I really don't care about post-shave feel at all, because I almost dropped my brush. That would have been bad. Because it does obviously matter. There is something to that. I've read some reviews on, I think it was West Coast Shaving, a couple other places where people are like, oh, well, the soap isn't slick. I'm having zero problem with slickness. I would guess that's just an issue of not loading properly, water ratio. And of course, I still have ways to go with dialing this soap in, so. Even though this razor is so mild compared to like the S1, the ATT S1, where I feel the blade, but it's so smooth. This I feel the blade, obviously. All my single edges I do. It's mild, but you definitely feel the blade more. I think that's what's so kind of interesting about the S1, is I can feel the blade, but it's just so gentle, but yet efficient. Where I find this to be an extremely mild razor. Let me see where I'm at. Let me get my mustache here there a little. Otherwise I'm going to leave it alone. Super nice. Just want to do something. Pull off the knot. There's a good amount of soap still in there. You can see a little bit of, when I said I didn't have a dial in, a little bit of those bubbles there. So obviously there's still a little bit of work to be done on the lather. I see it laid out in the hand there. Alright, I'm going to clean up, and just for the heck of it, I'm going to let this sit on my face while I clean up, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Everything's cleaned up, razor, brush, the whole deal. I rinsed off my face, and I did actually put on some Soap Commander Integrity Balm. So like, it's going to be 101 today. I just wanted to get a little bit of menthol. More than I would. I don't even know if it has menthol in it right now. No, it's definitely not. Kind of interesting ingredients here. Alcohol, sage, and labdanum hydrosols, essential oils, fragrance. This is a new one for me. Seaweed extract, glycerin, alum, and aloe, or I would say alum. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. Very earthy, damp earth, rain kind of ozone. Ooh. Something's going on there. I did feel a little something here earlier. I'm gonna nick myself or what? But as soon as I put that splash there, and I know the splash doesn't cause any problems. I think I just did something right there during my shave. Feels fine now, but it was just that initial spot. It was actually kind of painful. And I know it's not, since it's only one little localized spot, it shouldn't be the soap because I should be feeling that everywhere. It's not the aftershave or balm because that was everywhere as well. It's just this one little tiny little spot there. So who knows, maybe I nicked myself, little micro nicks or something, or got a bad angle and just irritated it. But it doesn't hurt, it just hurt when I hit that splash. But I could feel something after the shave, right? Just a little spot here. So that's all I got, everybody. So far, first pass with the fat, or time with the fat. I'm impressed. I don't know what I'm gonna use next. I've got 5 soaps here on deck. I don't know the order, but probably in the next few days you'll see Dapper Doc, Cup of Joe, the Rustler's Ridge, this might be tomorrow, Helecho, and Mandorla. So that's what I got, everybody. That's probably going to be my next 5 soaps being used, and then I'll come back to the fat after that most likely. So God bless everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.